Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today I'm going to start another topic in your book, Pakistan Studies book, and that is taken from chapter number 2, Making of Pakistan. And the topic name is Role of Quaid-e-Azam in the Establishment of Pakistan. That is on page number 32 in your book. Now, first we will take a start with the introduction. Political movements were introduced in India in the beginning of 20th century. Congress dominated over all these movements. In this state of affairs, the person who not only organized and made movable the Muslims, their political struggle, but also brought them to their destination, Pakistan, was Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. He joined Congress in 1906 and started to take part in practical politics. He was elected member of the Legislative Council for the Muslim constituency in 1910 at Bombay. When Muslim League brought change in her aims and adopted a way of thinking to take part in government, then he joined Muslim League in 1913 and worked tirelessly to bring the two nations together. His efforts earned him the title of the Ambassador of Hindu-Muslim Unity. He resigned from Congress in 1920 on the basis of difference that Congress did not consider non-cooperation movement as right step towards freedom movement. So the creation of Pakistan was the result of continuous efforts, unique talent and selfless services of Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Now I am going to discuss one by one all his achievements which led to the creation of Pakistan, or we can say that actually these events created a way towards the establishment of Pakistan. Now the first event that led to the creation of Pakistan, that was Lucknow Pact. Jinnah thought that the British was the common foe of both the Muslims and the Hindus. He wished that the Congress and the Muslim League should fight side by side against the British. Lucknow Pact took place in 1916 due to the selfless efforts of Quaid-e-Azam. For the first time, the Congress recognized the right of separate electorates. The second event was 1929, 14 points. The British demanded proposals from the political parties of India to introduce political reforms in the subcontinent and said that the Indian political parties were not capable to draw a constitution. Responding to this, all parties conference presented its proposals in the shape of Nehru Report. The Quaid-e-Azam presented his 14 points in reaction to the Nehru Report because it was not in line with the Lucknow Pact. So 14 points were a historical document. These points expanded and took practical shape and led to the formation of Pakistan. Another achievement of Quaid-e-Azam was a roundtable conference which was held in 1930 up till 1932. A meeting of the all political parties would convene in Britain for the future political reforms of India. These conferences were held on the invitation of the British from 1930 till 1932. In these conferences, the Quaid-e-Azam protected the interest of the Indian Muslims and presented positive proposals to resolve the constitutional reforms. He guided the Indian Muslims sincerely and made the British government aware of the political rights of the Indian Muslims. Then in 1937, general elections were held. So Quaid-e-Azam actually criticized the Act of 1935 and took part in the elections of 1937. Then during 1937 to 39, he criticized those policies of Congress rule due to which Muslims suffered. In 1940, he got past the Lahore Resolution and determined the destination of the Muslims, and in a very short period of 7 years to 1947, he made possible the achievement of Pakistan specially. Then another important event was the general elections of 1945-46. Quaid-e-Azam reorganized the Muslim League in such a way that during the elections of 1946, it won all the reserved seats for the Muslim. After the formation of Pakistan, the Quaid-e-Azam reorganized the Pakistan Muslim League in December 1947. So, in conclusion, we can say that Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad al-Jinnah was a far-sighted leader. He made careful reaction to the British constitutional reforms, that is, Cripps Mission, Cabinet Mission Plan, Government of India Act 1935, and 3rd June Plan, etc. He always kept the interest of the Muslim in his mind. So that is all about the topic. That was the role of Quaid-e-Azam in the establishment of Pakistan. Thank you.